pretty cool. Now let me switch to this one. Like I said, this will be very slow paced. I mean, not there's a very high chance nothing will happen, but I mean, I kind of love that shit. Unfortunately, I am brain rotted. Let me set this one up now. Over here. And which one was this called again? Backrooms last room. Alright. It does feel like recently there has been a lot of there've been a lot of games associated with the backrooms where they're just like, you know, trying to emulate the style of like Kane Pixels and the Complex, where it looks more like it looks more like realistic in a sense where people just like walk, you can feel like the person like walking and like the screen shake and everything. They put like a VHS filter over like their monitor or their TV screen to make it feel like it's a lot more, you know, real, because the artifacting and everything makes it feel more vintage. The classrooms, I played the classrooms a while ago. The classrooms was pretty spooky, but I didn't just play the game since the update. I heard there's an update for the classrooms, but I didn't check it out yet. I know it has that weird monster like worm thing. Save? We did save. We saved at the very start when we start the game. That's technically a save. The Hooby Dooby Huffy. Hooby Dooby Huffy Zoomer horror game.
I created a layer company so that scientists can practice before the real backrooms. Where are you going now? Everything was created by our own hands. If you go through everything perfectly, you will go through the portal into the real hell of the backrooms. Good luck, my friend.
Very cool.
Already here into the artificial backrooms. Be careful.
But can I have like subtitles?
Hey, let's go.
I wonder if this game runs on Unreal 4 or Unreal 5. If you can't tell, it might be Unreal 5. Let me see if I can pause it. I cannot pause it. Alright, well, I doubt there'll be that much, I doubt there'll be that much, what's it called? Dialogue in here anyways. Let's get a video. Yeah, that's the whole, like, thing with these types of games. It looks so indiscreet. There's so much shaking. Hold on. Stop. Can you... What the hell? Oh. Night vision. Weird. It's like a body cam horror game. Yeah, if you guys have seen The Complex, the entire idea of this was that, it's supposed to emulate the style of, like, someone actually being inside these areas. Like, it's supposed to emulate someone carrying, like, a camera on them or having a body cam on them. They use a lot of, like, soft shadows from the Unreal Engine 5 engine to, like... Nice music. Let me turn it up a bit. They use a lot of, like, soft shadows and, like, artifacting and filters and the shaky cam to make it almost feel like, you know, someone is. This almost is like a video itself. Nice radio, dude. It's nice though. I will say off the bat, the game looks nice. It doesn't feel like it's a Unity asset flip, or I mean an Unreal Engine, Unreal Store flip. But man, that, oh my god, that is... What is that? That is a really disgusting... That's a really disgusting, like, sprint. We wiggling? I don't know what this is. That is not sprinting, I will say that much. The guy who... I think he said he's gonna release an update soon for this game. But definitely he needs to work on the screen shake, because that's way too shaky. It needs to be more natural. Like, you know, when you step forward, that's when the screen shakes. Not like every single time you're moving forward, you're like jiggling the camera like you're, I don't know, like you're like on like Fent or something. And also, what is this? What is that sprint? Can I touch this? So yes, I will say +1 for the graphics, but minus 1.5 for the camera movement slash shake. Damn, whippersnappers and they're wiggling. These fucking zoomers and their back rooms with the... These fucking zoomers are in the back rooms with their weird ass liminal spaces. They can't tell if it's real or not. Hi Remy, welcome in. How many people do you think like they showed their like grandparents or like their like uncles or aunts or like their older like friends or family like there's a light. Can I turn wait hold on, can I do this? Can I turn the oh that's kind of pointless. That night vision is actually dog shit. As new film theory lore in the backrooms or boomboxes and radios are trying to establish comms with the outside world using radio waves. Yeah, but there's like so many different backrooms like games. Are you talking about like the Kane Pixels ones? Are you talking about the complex? Are you talking about like the generic ones? Are you talking about the ones where like it's based off like the backrooms wikia stuff? Yeah, go into Olive Garden. Make sure you get the endless breadsticks. The endless breadsticks is one of the reasons why I enjoy going to Olive Garden. I haven't gone there in a while. Since it's film 3, it's the one on the YouTube video. God, that's shaking. It's so comedic in a way. So the Kane Pixels ones, huh? Well, we did see that in the latest found footage stuff for the backrooms. There was a guy who like found a bunch of radio equipment. I was kind of hoping it would tie in more to the... It would tie in more with the... What do you call it? Those guys who were researching the backrooms? Async or whatever? Can I zoom in it? Yeah, those JPEGs. Hey, these aren't even real rooms. These are just... These are just pictures. What the hell? It does sound like something the backrooms would do. Instead of like, you know, having real rooms, they're just like actual portraits. It's the weird funky hotel liminal space food. No, it's not. It's not. It looks like it, but it's something different. Here, the Silent Hill 2 remake is actually good. I actually started it last night. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was really nice. It looks good, right? This game looks good. Feels like that has to be the bare minimum for like a walking sim horror like liminal space game for backrooms. If you're gonna use something like that, it has to be an Unreal Engine 5 and it has to like look indistinguishable almost from real life. But yeah, I'm going to be continuing Silent Hill 2 remake tonight. I had to end early last night, like in about 2 hours in, but we're gonna get as far as we can tonight once I'm finished playing all my weird indie horror game stuff. Ooh. Caution, wet floor. Clean up on L5. This has to be like... This has to be like... Someone did this, right? Usually whenever the backrooms make stuff, it's pretty clean, right? It's never really like, you know, it might be disjointed, it might make no sense, but it's never like really this dirty, unless the people were already there. Someone has to have like, you know, caused that. It's kind of rude, honestly. Also, thank you for the follow, Remy. Thank you. Can I go through this? I cannot. Maybe I should have checked. Was there a settings option? Can I save? I can't save. I can't pause it. Oh, right. The developer said that I didn't think there's any save option in this game. It's supposed to be coming out in the next update along with multiplayer or something like that. So let's hope for the best that this game doesn't crash. Otherwise, it's fucking over. The weird liminal hotel space is actually a cleared out version of the Holiday Inn London Heathrow T4. Yep, this is that photo is the inside of a hotel at like an airport. It has an indoor like outdoor area, which is kind of odd, but it makes for a really cool like out window view, I guess. Hmm. Dead end. Fire exit. That's a hazard. That's an OSHA hazard. OSHA would like a word with you. Ooh. I think I have to go there. But let me try it over here. What the? Two different areas. Let's go here first. Oh my god, dude. I can't. I want to like go a bit faster, but that sprint mechanic is just so wacky. I like this red carpet. Really nice. The suction thing with his offhand weapon collects the blood orbs. Are you playing it right now? Yeah. So, for Kill Knight, if you use the suction thing, you can either absorb all the blood orbs, or alternatively, while you're doing your active reload, it will actually charge your active reload like for like an entire bar, I believe. You've been here? It almost does feel like I've been in a place like this, some type of like multi-purpose room. Like it almost feels familiar despite it being so like weirdly disjointed. When you get chased by that bacteria monster. If this game did have the bacteria monster, I'd be kind of disappointed. Typically, whenever it's these types of like walking sim backrooms games with like realistic movement mechanics, there isn't that much stuff that chases you because it's more meant to be slower so that you can really take in like how weird and liminal these places are. I'm not saying that, it's not gonna happen. I'm just saying typically it's pretty uncommon for that to happen. And then they always try to make it like in the description of the Steam store, yes, you can explore, but be careful, you might be being followed, or be careful, there might be something peeking around the corner. I think for the complex, when we played that, the monster in there was it was like the Ray mascot, surprisingly. Surprised they included that one of all things. But it's a good change of pace from the bacteria monster, I guess, the wire monster. As much as I love like these open empty spaces, I'm more a fan of like when it becomes more grounded. Like you know how like in found footage 2, well not maybe not 2. In 3, there's a lot more stuff that you could like, see of like, the entire area sort of like generating all this like somewhat realistic clutter. I like it when it's more cluttered. The clutter along with like making no sense of where they are or like why it is there. What if Giga Chad started chasing you in the back rooms? I mean, we could literally do that right now. I can boot up Gary's mod. I can put Nextbot on. I can put Giga Chad like as a PNG and have him chase me. I'm pretty sure if I did that, I would get like I would pop off on YouTube because the Zoomers love Nextbots. Like Nextbots really took off, and I think it's still relatively popular among like people just being like, I made the most scariest advanced AI Nextbot ever, and all it does is just like peek around the corner, and then when you look at it, it runs away, and then chases after you. Nextbot is just like a catch-all for like AI, like in-game AI, not like the funny weird generative AI stuff. Imagine if someone's just facing the corner like in the Blair Witch. I'm surprised there isn't that many more human horror stuff in the back rooms, but it wouldn't really make any sense, would it? Like the entire horror of like these types of games is that it makes no sense. These environments, we can render them, we can only like imagine them before. But here, like within a video game, we can actually like, see for ourselves like how dreamlike and MC Escher like and how weird they could be. Oh, Beru. Girl sent me her Spotify playlist to listen. Do I listen or watch Beru? You could do both. You can put Spotify in the background and like watch if you want to. Did we just go in a circle? Oh, we did. What? Huh? Wait, what? Okay, let's try this. Did it really just go in a circle? Hey, it looped in on itself. What the fuck? Okay, let's try it this way then. I might have missed something. Okay, guys. Fair warning, I'm gonna be sprinting just to see if I miss anything. So we have to deal with the funny shaky camera. What the fuck is the stream time? We're starting super early today so that I can play a bunch of weird games, including my Backrooms slop game. It's been 2 or 3 weeks. We're a bit overdue for this. So thanks for clocking in, Sheila. Welcome in. Fast forward. Maybe that's what they were going for. The fast forward, like movement style. I don't think I missed anything though, did I? Oh, maybe this. Oh, it must have been this. New? Okay, here we go. This is new. But like I was saying, so even if they did have someone like, you know, we like stalking you in the back rooms, it wouldn't really make any sense if it was like a person. But maybe it's just because it's been established like there's only like weird monsters and entities in the back rooms and not like people. Makes you feel nauseous? Yeah, that's why I'm not really doing it that much. It really needs work on that running slash fast forward mechanic. I wonder how many backrooms walking sims we played so far. Ones where you just like go around these rooms and nothing happens. Imagine if Kane Pickles. No, I don't want to. I'm kind of glad he pushed away from doing the Wikia Backrooms monsters because they're so overdone now. He has his own thing. I'm kind of glad that like he made his own like, you know, monsters in his series, both like human and like otherwise non-human. It really makes it feel like he has his own like vision. And I kind of hope it stays that way for his movie that he's gonna release whenever that happens. If you want to add vent color to the backrooms, they can do that on their own. They have the means to. They can either make it in Blender and then make it look super hyper realistic like him, or they can make a game and they can add all the entities they want. It's the first time I felt nausea from a game. Yeah, guys, if you are having a problem with the game, I highly recommend you just like switch. You switch like screens, because I know it's pretty shaky. It's pretty shaky. Wow, spooky. Is there something behind me? No, it's just an MP3 in the middle of the room. Can I turn the lights on? This night vision does nothing, man. Actually does nothing. That's how Barrow sees the world after a few beers? You're not wrong. You are definitely not wrong. If I was drinking for this stream, which thankfully I'm not, I'd probably have to end after this game. Because I would probably just be like way too disoriented. I was kind of hoping there'd be more stuff. But then again, why would you want more stuff in a liminal space place? There's this new game coming out. Super was this Superliminal? Oh no, it has like a ball pit background for like its Steam page. I forgot what it was called, but that one also looked really nice. But making a game look nice in this day and age is almost like if you're gonna run it like as a realistic like horror game, it's very easy to do so. People get blown away nowadays by like the most simplest like graphics now when it's become so commonplace. This body cam high really makes you feel like you're 36. It does feel like we're a lot shorter than normal, right? Ball pit, they made a Dash Con game? That would be the real horror. I kind of hope that what if people start making games rather than like based off these existing concepts? It'd be more like games, horror games based off real life like stories like DashCon or like other like events and experiences that people like would just absolutely it would just absolutely suck to be in. Are you saying we can't get a refund off our tickets? Are you saying all our talents that we waited for this entire time you took it like a fucking plane to drive here or to get here? It's not showing up. I really like the PS1, PS2 horror games. PS2 horror games, they are sort of making a resurgence. In case you guys didn't see. Like I know PS1 style horror graphics, yeah. PS1 style horror graphics, they've been like very, very common for like the past 3 or 4 years. But recently I saw on itch.io and some other like games on Steam that people are making like PS2 era style games. That's literally what they advertise themselves as. Hey, Praise. Hey, bro, looking cute today. Thank you. Yeah, it must have been because I woke up super early and I don't like feel like I'm like carrying 10 pounds of fucking exhaustion on my body and my eyes right now. Yes, we are lost in the backrooms. Let me get Fumo here. We're doing some indie horror games initially, and then we're going to continue playing Silent Hill 2 later on. They should make them playable on actual PS2s. Some people are actually doing that. People have made on N64 like games and ROM hacks. Let's do different ways. That way or right? Let's go right. Yeah, I think some games have been doing like things where they can actually play them on the actual hardware. So we can stretch real quick. Silent Hill 2 fog has entered the chat. Funny enough, the fog in Silent Hill 2 was actually the thing that was causing my game to chug. There was so much like to render in that game that even like at my normal settings, with the game defaulted my settings at, it was causing me and like my capture to just like go back down to like 10, 15 FPS. My GF calls me a chat or chatter because I chat with the VTuber. A chatter? Well, I mean that's what you are. You are a chatter, right? God, that's sprint. So high raiders. Got raided? Got raided a while ago. Maybe we are tall. Maybe we are tiny. There's no way we're like barely any taller than this fucking like this male can. Are you serious? Are you serious? I can't move. I have to crouch. Am I playing on PC with that fog? I am. You know how like initially Silent Hill 2 and 1 and 3 they had the fog there like to make the game less graphically intense and to sort of like save the game because it also made it very imposing. Here the fog is actually causing the game to be even more graphically intense. Much music. It's an ugly ass wallpaper. Oh, that one? Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. Looks like something that you'd see like at a retirement home or something. Nothing. Does it cost a lot more to get your avatar to move its arms? Yes, in a way. I do not have the equipment right now to capture my movement in 3D. So far, the only thing that's being captured right now... Oh, wait, what the heck? It's still... I'm still going, my bad. I'm currently using just facial, like, head capture for my movement. And everything else is mostly just, like, whatever Warudo is capturing. Has pre-rendered. Welcome to the art rooms. There's no art in here. It was just like it was just like shelves and chairs and desks. Maybe down the line, I'll probably get like better equipment for for capture for 3D. But this is mostly just basically a replacement for my 2.0 until it is ready, which should be soon. TM. There's been a lot of work getting done for it. I'm trying to hope that it can possibly be ready by before October's over, I'd say. I heard someone talking about how the PS2 file replication was nearly impossible because it was initially used as a rendering limitation. A rendering limitation? Well, considering how, like, the town was rendered in Silent Hill, it was a huge, huge town, but they had to, like, hide ways to, like, make it so you couldn't see it being not rendered from a distance. That would not be out of the possibility. Will I use this for retro games? Probably, most likely, yeah. Retro games, maybe VR stuff. Ooh, dark. When I say retro games, I mean like I don't mean it for all retro games, but maybe like on and off when it fits, I guess. People were talking about how like when I was playing Mega Man Legends, it like really fit with the art style for everything else because it was like almost indistinguishable to a degree from the Mega Man Legends like 3D models, the low poly models. I love walking at a snail's pace. I love shaky cam being so bad that it caused me to be nauseous. Does this guy know how to run? Oh, no, we can run, but this is what happens if you run. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. It's like someone said like you're sort of like fast forwarding, which is like okay and all, but like it just does not make for a good like viewing experience. They did say they were gonna fix it in the next update. How loud would be in here if someone farted? You'd probably hear it like 10,000 rooms down. The reverb would be insane. To be fair, we also did sort of like walk non-stop in the we did walk non-stop in the Pools room, and Pools was a very, very good game. Pools was an amazing like liminal horror. It wasn't even liminal horror, it was just like a liminal space game. That was it. It would summon all the monsters. They'd be drawn in by the scent. They'd be like, what smells like eggs? Ah, here we go, finally. This might be... Can I check this up? I cannot. This might be the place where we have more stuff to actually see. Bro, they're already drawn by the sun. You're probably not wrong. Remember those guys inside every single like game? They track you down. By what? They can't see you. It's probably the scent. Lear Company. Wow, it's so imposing. That's bags. I wonder what would be inside these bags. If it was truly generated by the Backrooms, I wonder what they would have inside of it. Loot the bags. I can't. They're blocking me off. The random weird elevator. It's a staple. But thankfully, oh. Wait, I think we saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Thankfully, that is not the case mostly in King Pixels. Although there's like one giant elevator, it's not as like, common as, let's take an elevator to go to the next floor. The idea of the Backrooms is like developer rooms for video games, lost assets that didn't make cut on Earth. The idea for the Backrooms came from a copy pasta from 4chan about a photo of that cam. Oh my god, that shaky cam is so awful. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so the idea of the Backrooms came from this copy pasta on 4chan on some like creepy board, and the post said like, if you ever if you aren't careful, you might find yourself no clipping into some like vast area where all you'll see is the fluorescent like lights and these endless hallways. But you should be very careful because God hope that you don't see anything down there because it have for sure seen you or something like that. I probably butchered that completely, but that's the idea of the backrooms. And it was like this picture of like a photo of like the typical like backrooms, which is a real place. I think they found the backrooms like real place where they took the photo of it somewhere. It was like some like warehouse or something like that. Wow, we got the weird tall chairs. Backrooms Break, I think, is a pretty funny game though. I want to play that game because it's sort of just like, what if the Backrooms, but it was an action game, and also you have Thor's hammer for some reason, and also you can shoot shit. They remodeled it, unfortunately. At least we got to find it. At least we managed to find it, like, before they like broke it down, or they removed it or replaced it. It's one of those boardrooms from some old hotel or something of the original pick. The boardrooms? I thought it was like some like remodeling or something like that. You ever frequent X Barrel? Seems like it's more religious esoteric discussion of the nature of reality now than paranormal happenings. I know, I miss the era of like creepypasta and like weird stories and stuff like that. Nowadays, like it just feels like people just want to talk more about like conspiracy theories and like, you know, big government's gonna like poisoning our water to make us like, you know, see the Matrix or something like that. Ooh, spooky. Very spooky. I've seen mods for this game where the monsters actually chase you. Mods for this game? Do you mean like in general? Because I don't think there'd be mods on for like this game. It just came out, and also it's just like a walking sim. But unless you're talking about more like Gary's mod, I know Gary's mod is more common for like backroom stuff where you can just mod it in and you can add whatever monster can chase you. Next spots. What if instead of the backrooms, it was the bad rooms? Only the bad people bad at video games end up in them. What if that's where we are right now? This is my hell. If you're bad at video games, you're gonna be stuck down here forever because you can't find the exit. The exit's very obvious, but because of the fact that like you just can't navigate video games, it's your own personal hell. Hey, Polybius. Barrel is on early. Yeah, we're on early because I want to play weird games and play Silent Hill 2. Yeah, it's probably Gary's mod. Backroom games look all so similar. I don't fault anyone for thinking they're all the same game. They are. No, nobody will tell you guys this, but they are literally all the same game. Every single Backrooms game is all the same. There's no difference from them. They're just big ass walking sims with weird environments and like stuff, and that's it. And then something chases you. But because it's like the latest fad, everyone's like, wow, Backrooms. They really are. They made the frog gay. You don't think they want to turn on the humans too? See what I mean? See what I mean? You guys don't want to talk about weird paranormal shit. You want to talk about like how the frogs are gay. Okay, what if Backrooms where you could do parkour in it? I think that also is a thing. I think I actually did see a game where you do parkour in the Backrooms. Where's the front rooms? We don't talk about the front rooms. Normal space is okay, but yeah, they're all the same. We've reached the point in video games where it looks almost like indistinguishable from reality. So like, you know, once you hit that point, that convergence point, it's just they're all gonna be the same game. Granted, I did say I like playing these like slop games, but I'm not gonna argue against it, like being like, you know, no, this one's different. You see, this one has the shaky cam, this one has the footsteps. You can hear yourself walking, you can look down and see your limbs. You have a camera that gets smudged, there's breathing. You can hear the heavy breathing. Hi, Cabby. Welcome, and hey, Arca. Now we can take another step. This one feels a lot more linear, I'd say, than the other games, I'd say. The complex or the other, like, one. Pools is also pretty linear. Is there an Exit 8 like set in the Backrooms yet? Probably. Maybe not on Steam. I haven't seen it on Steam yet. But I think I've seen an Anomaly game. It was Spectator, that was it. We played Spectator and had the Backrooms in it. I mean, what would you even do there? It's what are you gonna do inside the Backrooms like for a Backrooms Exit 8 like game? It makes no sense. Like it's all empty. I think the thing that they did in the Anomaly game was that it was equipment set up inside the Backrooms from like Async or whoever the fuck was like researching it. That was it. Could easily inject an actual story into one of these games. Will make the environment distinct and be a unique game. We played a few games where it does have a story. I think what was it? Transliminal, I believe, had a story. Transliminal Beyond the Backrooms, I don't think I beat that game though. I don't remember if I did. I know some games do have some type of story, but it's kind of like what would you even make this story about? Well, I think literally one of the stories was that it was all in some guy's head. That's one of the stories, and that's such a cliche trope. How would you inject a story into the Backrooms? I feel like Kane Pixels probably did it the best. Like some researcher group found this place by accident, and they're trying to like they're trying to like commercialize it. At least they're not trying to commercialize it, but like they had the idea to push it forward for the government so they get more funding to research it. And I like his implementation of like the plot in there. Imagine if Parkour Backrooms was run by Evo again and they introduced beef or chicken. I mean, Minecraft Backrooms probably does exist. Oh no, weird noises behind me. Monopolize it as infinite storage. That's what they're doing. I believe in inside his story. Inside his story, uh, they try to like have this idea they sell to the government for more funding for themselves. How they're gonna use the Backrooms first for storage, and they use it for like they use it for housing, and then they start like building stuff inside of like malls and other stuff, like factories, things like that. But then they realize, oh wait, maybe it's not such a good idea because there's weird shit inside of here. They're pretty aware of the fact that like it is pretty dangerous. Imagine all the living space you could have in here. Yeah, but also imagine being turned into like the mold monster, or being abducted by the wire bacteria guy. Should just set up a nuke inside just to see what happens. I'd imagine that like if you did set up a nuke, it would just open up more Backrooms area. Oh, dude, I can't sprint. Doesn't this sound really weird? Really, really, really weird. Are we gonna jump scared? Nope. But the way this guy's walking is making me feel exhausted. I don't know why. Like it makes me feel like I'm running out of breath just from the way he's walking. I think I might just be kind of like young, like dumb and weird, but it feels like he's exerting so much effort per step. It's making me feel like him. Another elevator. Yeah, I think when we saw the Kane Pixels series, there were some areas where it just opens up and it was like a huge ass city or a huge ass neighborhood. So chances are, if you were to open this place up, you probably just run to like another place like that where really the hallways were just part of some bigger area. Imagine if Backrooms was like a giant pregnant spider and you blew it up and just starts sending out smaller entities. How would you say like a giant pregnant spider? What? Of all the analogies you could have chosen, you chose that? What? Wow. It's the pool rooms. Wow. This is also another fucking hazard. Yo, it's the pool rooms. This is Lear Company again. Hey, this water has no water physics. Lame. Dude, it's not like splashing beneath my feet. The fuck? My immersion's ruined. That pregnant spider, it's me. Wait, you want to be smashed? What? No, you want to be blown up? What the heck? That doesn't seem very pleasant. Golden Freddy. God, the brain rot. It's too real. I always do appreciate the pool rooms though. It's nice. Except for the Alpha Rooms game. That game kind of sucked balls. Also, thank you for the follow, Moikoi. Thank you. Smash you? I don't have Smash, I'm sorry. Actually, I take that back. I do have Smash. I got Smash running on my totally real N64, and I got Smash running on my totally real GameCube. I might play Smash Melee sometime and play like for adventure mode. This place is pretty nice, right? It's pleasant. The pools game, they did a pretty good job of making it feel pleasant for the most part, while also being a little bit imposing at certain times. But I'd say for the most part, it was a very, very nice experience. I wonder how deep this place goes. Also, oh my god. This shaky cam is like really, really getting to me now. Thank god I'm not drinking. How are the back rooms looking? This game looks nice. I mean, that's kind of like the bare minimum. But man, this game really needs to fix its shaky cam. It really, really needs to. Remember there being a goat in the pool? Oh, in the pools? The pools game? Some Minecrafter YouTuber made the pool rooms as an actual mod in Minecraft. And to escape, you need to go into the abyss and not get eaten by the anglerfishes. For some reason, when you were talking about Minecraft, my mind defaulted to, like... It defaulted to the fucking parkour shit. I thought you were gonna say someone in Minecraft made, like, parkour civilization, but, like, in Backrooms for some reason. My brain is so fucking, like, smooth. Jesus. I don't doubt it, though. I wonder how liminal space would work inside Minecraft. Yeah, actual brain rot. That's me. I can't wait for this to like become more and more commonplace. UE5 so that games can look like realistic naturally. Computers can render this like normally sometime like maybe 5-10 years from now. And then it'll be common for like games to look this good. And it's very accessible for like, you know, new developers to like, you know, experiment with more ideas with a realistic setting. Unless they choose to stylize it. I might in the future probably check out more adventure mod style like maps or mods. Single player stuff. I know there's a lot of stuff like those. I want to check out more of like the story-based ones or the horror-based ones. Yeah, good looks are not a good sign of good games, for sure. It's easily accessible, which means it's a lot easier for people who are just doing it for the sake of, like, money. Or for the sake of, like, you know, having it be their first project. Lear Company. then somehow it's not gonna be enough and start adding more realism by adding judge space amount of limb tearing. Yeah, we have the environment looking real. Now we just have to start making the people look real. Now, the more realistic something is, the more processing power it'll take, which means computers will have to catch up to become commonplace. You might have a really good looking game, but people can't run it on their computer. What's even the point? Pool looks comfy. Yeah, the pool looks nice. The water physics and everything. Well, the problem is that if you go into the water, it doesn't actually, like, you know, separate. It doesn't have like the thing where like it actually detects collisions with you. It's like basically you're invisible. Seize Unreal Engine. No! PC starting. Ah! No! My PC's gonna fucking explode. My PC's heating up. It's turning into a sun. Yep, here it is. Nothing's happening! I wonder how many levels are in this place. I don't know, I think the only 2 good walking sims I've played so far was just the Complex. Both Complex games and the Pools game, and that was it. And I guess Animopolis. But that game is probably gonna stay unfinished. Most likely. That chair. Who the fuck threw a chair inside the fucking pool? What the hell? If locking someone's attack, this would be the game for it? I guess, but I think there's better ones. Did I play the Backrooms Lost tape yet? Oh my god. Yes! Yes, I have. Unfortunately. The first chapter was very, very good. First chapter was amazing, I'd say. But the second chapter, I don't know where things went wrong, man. I could not finish that game, I really couldn't. The vibes were cool, yes. And it felt very imposing, like, I think that was like the most horror-based Backrooms game I played. But in the second game, for some reason, this is a spoiler by the way, so if you don't want to hear about the Backrooms Lost tape plots, feel free to like mute for like a good minute or so. But in the Backrooms Lost tape, basically it's established that the Backrooms is part of the SCP universe. They introduce it initially in the first game, because they have like the logo for SCP in that game, and then in the second game, one of the first things you gotta do in the second chapter, in the Lost tape, is that you have to run away from Peanut. You know, the SCP-097, whatever that he's called. Or what was he? I forgot what he was. Wasn't 73? I think it's SCP-173. Fuck that wallpaper. So, it doesn't seem like... Yeah, SCP-173. So, it doesn't seem like that bad, right? It's like, oh, that's cool. You know, SCP-173 inside the Backrooms. But then you realize in there, he is... They have this mechanic inside that game where all the lights flicker off, so you can't see anything. And he's really fast. So you have to like basically imagine there's SCP-170 behind me, right? Or right there. Every time I look away, he like closes the distance like immediately. So you have to look back, look forward. Look back, look forward. Like that, non-stop. Except it's dark, so you don't actually have no idea where you're fucking going. And if you die, you restart the entire thing from scratch. What's the Peanut even doing in there? I think it was established inside the lore of that game that the SCP Foundation was using the Backrooms as a containment area because, you know, it's big, it's wide, it's open, not many people can fall down there. But he is there, and obviously something goes wrong, and it escapes, and it's trying to kill you. I don't know, the idea was... interesting to a degree, but it was implemented very, very poorly. By the time I was done with it, like, it was just, I was kind of done with the game. Maybe the third chapter might be better, but I'm just kind of like, if that's the direction he wants to take his game, then they can go for it. Because the first game was more like, you know, it was basically just another walking sim, but things were actually sort of kind of like, they were chasing, well, not chasing it, but they were kind of stalking you to a degree. And spooky stuff did happen once in a while. Didn't get past the first floor? No, I played up until like the level where you get like a supermarket area and you have to solve a code for that, and I was kind of like I think I'll just stop here. So I didn't technically finish it, and maybe it gets better after that point, but it just felt so different from like the idea established from the first tape. It felt so, like, you know, it didn't feel like what I was promised from the first tape going into the second tape. I wanted more of what the first tape was like. And I respect that they tried something different, but it wasn't for me, I'd say. But maybe people are into that. Maybe they like the gameplay change. I don't know, I wasn't very scared by the end of that stream for Lost Tape. But I still recommend the first tape for sure. Eventually, Backrooms SCP feels more like SCP-087, the Endless Staircase. There's a video game for SCP-087B. I think I played it. I played it like in October of last year. Maybe I'll revisit it again. If this is a real elevator, this should be still waterlogged, 100%. Activate. Activate. Oh. Activate. There's no control, so I don't know what activates this. Game? Is this the end? It just stops here because the elevator doesn't work because it got short-circuited? Oh, there it is. Okay, this I like. I do like this. It feels almost like modernized. I know, I know it sounds weird, but I kind of do prefer the claustrophobic feel of like these generated rooms. Rather than the huge open areas. A very useful room. It's for storage. It's a storage room. Yeah, hotel type levels like these are pretty cool. Speaking of which, ooh. It really is a hotel. Also, the bed has to be made maids. Housekeeping's not doing their job. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, if they actually did commercialize the backrooms for like hotels and stuff? Whoa. Yeah. Imagine if they actually did commercialize this, and then you as housekeeping, if you were like a maid, you'd have to like go down to like the 67,000th floor. Is that ping pong? Oh my god, they have ping pong here. Okay, that's pretty based. That's pretty cool. Renting rooms in Torment Nexus? But imagine how cheap it might be. It might be insanely cheap. Heck, you could probably just go down here, run into like a bathroom or like some type of like hotel room, and it would probably be like, they would have no idea you would be down here for like a good amount of years. I don't really have any particular attachment to the Backrooms as a concept as much as I enjoy surreal exploration games like Human Nikki, and these sort of games just feel like practically the only equivalent to Human Nikki stuff in proper 3D. Oh wow, it's this. Yep, this is definitely based off the wiki, yeah. No, I know what you mean. There hasn't really been a proper Human Nikki 3D game. Well, I mean, actually there is. There is, but a lot of people didn't like it. It was the Human Nikki remake, and I played that. I never beat it though. Most of them don't seem as interesting or as eventful as even Human Nikki stuff. Yeah, you're right. Human Nikki is just so like ingrained into being like an RPG Maker horror game, like top-down 2D pixel style game. It almost feels like it'd be kind of like weird. It'd be weird to establish, or it'd be weird to imagine that game in 3D, you know? Backrooms is basically like the horror film The Cube, or yeah, The Cube is very, very good. Amazing, amazing flick. At least the first one is. The second Cube, I heard that was kind of polarizing, but the first Cube was just so cool. It's just like a space that exists, and no one knows why, but it's like so hostile toward like humans. Like humans were never meant to go down there in the first place, or be stuck in the cube in the first place. If FNAF got a movie, so will Backrooms someday. No, Backrooms already is going to get a movie. Like, Kane Pixels already has, like, a, he already has a movie deal. He has an A24, he has an A24 movie deal. Whoa. Spooky. There's no lighting in here. I want to see a Backrooms focus less on the living room aspect and more on the glitch city side. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like the dark red rooms that we saw in the Kane Pixels series. That'd be pretty cool. That's it. That's it. Cube Zero is super decent. It had some pretty cool... What do I remember from Cube Zero? I remember trying to establish more lore for it. Which is okay, I guess. But I guess people like the idea more of like it being so open-ended in the first Cube movie. Like, they had all these theories on what it could be. And that's all really it boiled down to. Like, theorizing what could have made the cube, why it was so hostile. What the reason it existed for. But then, like, you know, they just sort of, like, laid it out in front of you why it existed. And, like, you know, there's actually a big guy behind it. Hi, Chibi. Hi, first. Welcome in. The Saw effect. There's a Saw game. Did you guys know that? There's a Saw PS3 game. I'm gonna try to squeeze it into October. I heard it's like an action puzzle horror game though, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to beat it, but it looks pretty funny, so I kind of want to give it a try. Waiting room. Bathroom. Is this a spooky walking sim or does stuff jump out? It is the former. It's the former. How does that work as in the movie? It's based off of the lore that Kane Pixels established in his series. He actually has a pretty decent story going on in his YouTube series. Sort of thing I want is a game with more Silent Hill type creepy environments, without the action, just more open exploration. It would be pretty cool to have like a Silent Hill exploration style game, but like I feel like it would kind of run out of steam pretty quickly if it was just like exploration based like how it is in normal Silent Hill. Garbage noise possibly pressed into a space we can comprehend. Well, kind of comprehend. You're talking about like how this is? Shattered Memories exists? Yeah, I'm going to continue playing Silent Hill, like, the series. For certain. Once I finish the Silent Hill 2 remake, I'm going to continue playing Silent Hill 4, The Room. And then I'll play the, what was it? What's the one after that one? Homecoming, I think? Or is it Shattered? No, Shattered Memories is a remake of, like, the second game, I believe. I hope I didn't go backwards. Wow, there used to be people here. Man, I might need a break from this. I might actually need a break after playing this game because this shaky cam is just so annoying. I watched Zoomer play that. I don't remember it being good. Probably not. There's a lot of movie games and they have varying quality, like, varying degrees of quality. The game say how many levels there are? It did not, but I think the guy said that there's like 40 to 60 hours worth of like content in this game. So I'm guessing probably like an hour or so. It goes Origins, Homecoming, Shattered Memories, and Downpour would be the rest in release order. But Shattered Memories is not canon, right? Wait, I'm missing this stuff. Sorry, it's a bit shaky. That's gonna hurt my eyes. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so it'd be like Origins, Homecoming, Downpour. And then Shattered Memories you can just play whenever. If you want to like have a different perspective, I guess. It's very irrelevant. Is it really irrelevant? It's like a different take on the series. But then again, like all the games from like 1 to like 4 were made by Team Silent, right? And then afterwards, the games after that, like the ones that are not numbered, those were made by like Western developers. It's a remake of SH1 in the loosest sense. Oh, it's SH1, that was it. Well, it's part of the Silent Hill series, so I mean, I like Silent Hill. I'll probably still try it out. Silent Hill Short Message is the recent one after The Room. Wait, is that an actual game? The Short Message? I thought that was like the interactable game that everyone sort of like kind of like passed on because it was kind of like mid. Is this just looping? It is looping. They only built it to Konami because they won't get greenlit the project otherwise, apparently. Oh, they just shoehorned in. They just shoehorned in Silent Hill. It's a free game only on PS5. Well, I don't have a PS5, so probably won't be playing that anytime soon. It has a variant of Pyramid Head, which is pretty. But Pyramid Head is already pretty. Pyramid Head is like peak performance. He's always gonna be pretty. And so I'm so excited to see to see Pyramid Head in the Silent Hill 2 remake. You have no idea. I have no idea how this elevator works. Sakura head. Her head is made up of... Oh. That's it? I guess that's it. 1 hour of like just walking space, liminal... horror... Is that even horror? Is that even a horror game? It was a walking sim, I guess. It was liminal. God, even in the credits, the camera's still fucking shaky. Backrooms Last Room. Thank you for playing the game Backrooms Last Room. I hope you had a good experience. It was the first part of the game. I want to tell you, the second's already in active development. Thank you to everyone from the Kin T Studio team. Developers and creators of the atmosphere, Kolib Dimitri, oh, okay. I wasn't done reading that. Yeah, the camera's been so fucking wobbly this entire time, man. I'm kind of... There's nothing really wrong. This game really did wrong, but oh my god, fix the fucking camera. Jesus Christ. I bet there's a camera wobbly thing in here, isn't there? Probably this. Or not. You can't... What? Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, okay. Well... I guess you can't lower the sensitivity of this. Yeah, Shattered Memories takes place in its own universe or as a reimagining of the OG SH1, so it's only canon for its own timeline. Yeah, they don't continue that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure the next mainline game is Silent Hill F, which takes place in Japan, and that supposedly continues the story of Silent Hill, which is interesting because, you know, it's in Japan. How does Silent Hill, which is, you know, literally the name of the town, how will that tie into Japan of all things? It'd be really odd. The real horror was the camera for sure, dude. My brain needs to recover from that. I hope the next game, no, the next game will be like really good. I've got very high hopes for the next game, like because everyone's talking about how great this game is, and it was so good that the guy who made it is supposedly making it like he's doing a what's it called? He's doing a remake, well not a remake, but he's continuing the game in Steam. He's doing a standalone game thing for that. Why do devs insist on making their games look like shit with these weird visual effects like camera shake, VCR filter? Because that makes it realistic. Nah, I'm not even joking. The entire point of these types of effects is to make the game feel like it's, you know, it makes it feel like you are the person carrying this camera walking through these impossible spaces. But yeah, they've mostly just kind of been like same-ish. None of them really like establish anything new. Maybe it's been really cool for the first time they made something like this, but you know, we've had like 3-4 years now of Backrooms games, Backrooms slop, and once you play one of them, you basically play all of them. So unless they like revolutionize it, I can sort of see it like dying off like pretty soonish. Even that Escape the Backrooms game, that's not even like a true Backrooms game. It's more like a puzzle like horror game, I guess. The first game is where you get there's nothing that stood out. It's pretty bland. Yeah, that's true for like any walking sim horror game. We have absolutely no clue how Silent Hill F ties into the rest of the series, if all. In some respects, might be a distant prequel story. Given how old the Japanese setting seems. Maybe you might establish like some of the entities that like happened, or like the cult. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? It might be the cult. Yeah, you know what? Because the cult existed in Silent Hill 1. The cult was sort of kind of the reason why Silent Hill, like, is partially the way that it is. From, like, the curse and everything. And that girl who was, like, kind of God. And she tried to, like, you know, she was, like, manifesting everything into Silent Hill. But, I don't know, it sounds pretty cool. I'm excited for it. A short message takes place in Germany as well. And Silent Hill 4, what? Oh. And Silent Hill 4 also doesn't take place in Silent Hill at all. So I guess it's already preset. It doesn't have to take place in the town. Oh, it doesn't? I was under the assumption that Silent Hill 4 did take place inside the town. Oh. Side string, welcome in. There's a possible connection of flowers. There's some weird flowers in the teaser trailer, and we have the White Claudia drug in Silent Hill 1. Yeah, flowers do seem like a recurring thing in Silent Hill. The short message having Sakura Head signified Japan having their own Silent Hill phenomenon. Ooh, that could make sense. I wonder if Sakura Head will return. They probably are. Yeah, no, Sakura, well, I don't know if it's a she or he, but Sakura Head probably will return, considering, like, you know, it was established as canon in the main story, and there are Sakura flowers, very commonplace in Japan, so I don't think it would make sense for Silent Hill Pyramid Head to make an appearance, but with Sakura Head, they're probably establishing that as like one of the main monsters. Not the villain. Definitely probably not the villain, but probably one of the main monsters in there. What about Siren Head? Isn't that something entirely different? Isn't that like a random ass monster just made for the sake of being creepy, and then people just like put that guy everywhere? I've seen some like FNF mods for that, and some like indie horror games. Notes in the game mention like world-wide phenomenon or Silent Hill phenomenon. God, imagine if you just wake up and you're in Silent Hill. EP? No, I'm not EP. I'm trying to recover mentally from this game because the shaky cam like really like just did a lot of mental damage to me. That was made by Trevor Henderson, really cool guy. Masahiro Ito even follows him. Yeah. Like that, it's like a monster just made for the sake of like art slash being creepy. But since it was now, you know, since it like became more and more popular and commonplace, you just start seeing it in different types of media. Hey, Macy. Yeah, we can chat real quick. I haven't really played that many games with Siren Head now that I think about it. Maybe I should look into that. Are there actually any games with him? Maybe, possibly. If there is, I might check it out. All right. Let me think. Okay. I will switch over to. I'll get this real quick.